welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get your own smoky eye at home. I'm going to be showing you everything from when you're priming your eyelid to the very end on how to make your eyeshadow last all day. Yes, this is great for beginners. You guys can do this too. What I love is I came up with this little pink smoky little eye look, but you can easily use any shade you'd like at home. There are tons of drugstore products you can use in here as well. If you are new, even if you're not, welcome back. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. And we're gonna jump into today's video starting now. Hello! Okay, so step one, sip. This is just the MAC Pro Longwear Laying Low. Love this stuff. This is just going to be the eye primer that I'm starting off with here because it's literally sounds how it is. It's a primer. It's going to help the product seep into your skin. It's going to help the shadows stay on way better. And it's just, to me, it's worth the wait, what was I going to say? The
8 hours later, 200.
Not the sprawl, anyway. Okay. Clearly the wine's at me already. Okay. Now I'm just going to be using some tape. This is a great step for beginners, for anybody that's trying to achieve a smoky eye. But the reason why you want to use tape in the first place is honestly, it just keeps your shadows so much more in place. As the second you go to place eyeshadow on, you don't have to worry about the product. I'll be able to show you more once I have like eyeshadow on, but you don't have to worry about the product looking very like patchy. You don't have to worry about the eyeshadow looking like too round or going too far out. The tape is really giving you that great guideline and keeping everything clean. So you really want to go with tape. Again, I got that from Dollarama, so don't be making no excuses about you can't afford it because from Dollarama. Key tip number 2 when performing a smoky eye is definitely meant to say smoky. A smoky eye is definitely, I'm just going in with some Mercier Translucent powder. What that's going to do is basically, my eyelid right now, it's basically like wet from the primer. Like it had like a wet product on it. Me setting it is really going to help all the transition shades, anything dark I'm putting on, anything bright I'm putting on. It's going to help everything blend all together. So you really want to make sure you do that. I went in, as you guys saw, with like very little product. I tapped it off and then I just went on both sides. Also, working on both sides at the same time, I find very helpful, especially like if you're a beginner or you're someone that doesn't really like use eyeshadow very often. The reasoning why is just because if you think about it, there's a lot of steps to eyeshadows, or there can be to certain looks. If you're someone that's just starting off, like if you have to put a color here and then have to remember to put a color here and then have to remember to go, and then have to remember to go back, and then to have to remember to go back in and like reblend. Like if you're working at the same time, it kind of helps you like balance them both out and not like get back to this blank eye with nothing, like all to have to like start over again like on this side, you know what I mean? So working on both sides is what I tend to do. I still tend to do that, and I don't know, it's worked best for me, so I'm gonna teach y'all that too. Okay, so third commonly mistake I see with eyeshadows or people like trying to make a smoky eye or anything like that, they'll go in with like the most bright harsh color first. You never want to do that. If you're a beginner, you don't want to do that just because you're just going to be there with like all this eyeshadow, just like, whoa, what do I do? It's way harder to blend out than to go and add after. So don't do that. Always, always, always. Even though I just did a translucent powder so everything can blend out nicely, you also want to go in with a transition shade. The difference is the transition shade has more of a pigment to it. Right now, you can still kind of see my veins a little bit. There's not really much color there. The transition is kind of like one more layer just to seal everything before going in with like dark colors. So there's basically a lot of priming steps in eyeshadows, more than like people may think. So once you get these priming steps down, you'll be able to blend like whatever you want, like out flawlessly. Styled by Jay, aka tip from me. My transition shade is just from this palette. This is Toasted, and it's from LAROC, the chocolate box LAROC. It's from a Try Beauty Box subscription. The reason why I'm going in with Toasted instead of like, because I could easily go in with something like Salted Caramel. Salted Caramel is more warm, more brown. I'm going to be focusing more on like a pink cool tone look, if that makes any sense. So that's why I'm going in with that one. So you kind of want to like use a transition shade that suits the shadows you're going in with. So for example, if you're going to be doing like a little smoky eye home, nothing too crazy, but involving maybe more of like browns and golds, you should probably choose like something like Salted Caramel. Really, anything that is close to your skin tone will do though. I'm just taking this. I'm being very, very light with my hand. Like very, very light with my hand. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like. Also, this Morphe brush is an M441. This one's a bit more dense, so basically what that means is any color you put on top, it's gonna deposit more of than if I were to go in with like the other brush I was using before. When I get here, I'm bringing it into, or like outwards. I'm not just keeping it here, I'm also bringing it outwards. And I'm blended out all the way from the inner part of my eye all the way to the outer part, like ending at my brow. A lot of people will only like focus the product on here and then forget about this side and forget about this side. And you need everything to come together. So make sure you're going like buck wild when you're blending out your transition shade, or that's when you get really choppy, like not good eyeshadow flow. So you want to make sure you have that. So now I'm taking Berries by Juvias Place. Love these guys so much. It's literally like the nicest, most pigmented shadows ever. I'm obsessed with pink, if you guys couldn't tell. But I'm gonna be going in with like a bit of their bright shade. Anytime something's pigmented or you're going in with like a dark, harsher color, you don't need a lot. I probably tapped that 3 times and I'm gonna dust all that excess off. Okay, you want to go in with a brush that's a bit more dense and short, not with something so fluffy, just because you really just want to be placing the product on, and I'm bringing it out. So I'm bringing it in a little bit over here, but I'm keeping it pretty like structured, you know what I mean? Like I'm not bringing it over here, I'm keeping it within the brow bone area and outwards. Just a bit more of like a blush pink. It's still very pigmented, and I'm taking that in my inner crease. So I'm literally kind of just making like this motion, like so it's kind of like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then I just kind of go back and forth and blend. Same thing here, 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then kind of just blend. It's great. Like really, what's really like a life-changing tip is blending your eyeshadow up into your brows. The reason why you want to do that is it really changes like your eye shape, like not to look different, but basically like for the product being brought up here really helps everything look blended together and very seamless, as opposed to like the shadow just ending like right here. You know what I mean? So you really want to do that. I'm also taking basically like I want to say leftover product, but there's not much, and I'm bringing it out to this side. Okay, now I'm just taking, y'all already know I do this all the time, a little bit of my Fix Plus that I have left over, and I'm taking that same palette, and I'm gonna be going in with this pink shade. It looks dark, but it swatches, you'll see, like it's so pink. First, I take my baby finger, that's not my baby finger, but my finger, my index is higher, no, my middle finger, and I wet my eyelid. It just really gives it that pigment, and then boom, baby. Like, y'all weren't ready, okay? Yeah, like, notice I kept the shadows kind of like in steps. So first I went in with the transition shade, then I went in with a bit of like the crazier color with very little product and builded up on it. I focused it within the outer half of my eye. Then I went in with a lighter shade. That lighter shade really helped everything kind of blend into one. And now I'm going in with the lid shade. So it's really like only a 4-step process. So now I'm just going in with some Kat Von D eyeliner. You already know I love this stuff. Amazing for beginners as well. I still to this day like struggle with like precision when it comes to eyeliner. And this is a great felt tip, and it has like a lot of control so that it's not like messy when you go to do it. So now that our eyeshadows and eyeliner is done, I'm just going in with Falsies, what is it? The Falsies Lash Lift, sorry, I didn't know the name, by Maybelline New York. It's actually quite nice. Just to prep my lashes before I go in with some cool actual fake eyelashes. This is like the big result where you can really see if your lines were off, is when you remove this bad boy. But see how it caught all this fallout here? Like, that's a lot that I would have had to clean up on my skin, especially if I had like concealer on already. Like, that would suck. So you're just gonna be gentle, pull away, whoop, like that. And see how you have that like boom line? That already makes your eyeshadow just look like, whoa, like that person really looks like they know what they're doing. And all it was tape. Okay, so this is literally just NIVEA micellar water. I got this like from Winners for like $4.99. And this is just a cotton pad from Dollarama. And I'm literally just cleaning up the bottom half of my eye here because here's a mess. All right, so now I'm going in with the Maybelline Superstay foundation. Y'all know I already love this stuff. I'm just going in mainly like on the blemish points, which is like really my chin, and it's great for getting that coverage. I'm going in with the Too Faced hydrating one. This is a medium to full coverage. I would say it's more like medium, but medium to full coverage foundation. And then I'm doing the rest of my face with that, just so we keep it real dewy and nice. You already know the drill. Always take your concealer on the back of your hand. Then you spread it in place. This leads to much less creasing and just a better overall life. A better overall concealer life, makeup life. Anyways, I'm also going in with that same concealer, but in shade Chestnut, just so we can look hella sculpted. And I'm just gonna sculpt this little visage out, give myself some bronze. This is just a brush I got from another subscription box from Tribe Beauty Box. Stays lit, Black owned. She lives in Toronto. Go and subscribe to her beauty box. Powder, so it's very full coverage. I'm using Real Techniques makeup brush, and I like to set my whole face. Now I'm just gonna bake a little bit here too, right on my blemish points. That way the foundation doesn't leave us. I'm so weird. Okay. Drink of age only, eh? I'm not encouraging any prohibited activities. Okay, so now I'm going in with that guy, and look how just fluffy and perfect they look. Okay, now I'm gonna be going in with some blush, which is like much needed. This is just, oh my god, I don't even know what it is. It's like so old. A Milani blush. It looks like this. Tap, 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 bean. Ooh, I haven't used this blush in a long time. It's so pretty. See how it just like brings life to my chickadickies? I'm just going in with a nude lip liner. This is, I think it's Nude Truffle by NYX. As you can see, I've had it for like a really long time. It's almost done. And I'm just gonna outline the natural shape of my lips. I'm now just going in with a Huda Beauty. This is the liquid lipstick, but in the shade Sugar Mama. It's a lot warmer than my like cool tone lip liners, so this is just gonna really warm up. And ooh, this is such a nice little lip combo. So I'm going in with Dose of Colors. This is just, I'm not sure like what the shade is, but it's like a nudie light pink. This is just gonna make everything look hella cute. And I got this set like in a little lipstick set. To finish off the lips, I'm gonna be adding one more type of lip product. This is just by Lancome. It's in the shade, I believe it's Birthday Confetti. It's just like a really chunky, sparkly, transparent clear gloss. And I'm just gonna be putting this on the centers of my lips and kind of blending that out. So I'm going in one more time with my setting spray just before highlight, so the skin is nice and smooth and dewy before we make it even more dewy. Now I'm just going in with the Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is like literally the best highlight I've ever tried. And I always mix. I'm going to be mixing Summer and Bronzed. The reason why I do that is I find it just is like the best, most natural finish outcome. Like it's the perfect gold versus when I go just alone with the lighter color, it's a little too light for me. And then when I go alone with the bronze color, it's a little too dark. But when you mix them, bruh, that combo is deadly. Like it just looks so skin-like. It's mod. So that ends today's video. Hope you guys learned how to achieve your own smoky eye at home. Do not forget to comment below if you've learned something new. Also, follow me on my Instagram. There will be a giveaway going on soon. My last giveaway. I literally gave away the nicest like gold bag. Anyways, you guys have to be following me on Instagram as well as being subscribed to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Love yous.